Okay, so the last thing we're going to look at is what happened when the fixed costs change. Now remember, your fixed costs are your constant. That will only affect the total cost graph. So an increase in fixed costs will cause the total cost graph just to move upwards. The slope won't actually change. A decrease causes it to move downwards. Now the higher the fixed costs, the higher the level of the break-even point. So let's go ahead and look at the equation. The variable costs of a certain unit are 30 dirhams. The selling price of the unit is 60 dirhams. The capacity is 200 and the fixed costs are 3,000. So find the break-even point if the fixed costs increase by 1,500 dirhams. So we'll start with the original equation. The total revenue equation is going to be the selling price of 60 multiplied by the quantity of which we don't yet know. The total cost equation is the variable cost of 30 multiplied by the quantity and 3,000 with my fixed costs. So now it's saying if we increase the fixed cost by 1,500, our total cost equation will change. So it doesn't affect the variable cost. So that's still 30. We don't yet know the quantity, but this 3,000 adjusts. So 3,000, and we're adding 1,500 to it. So this changes to 4,500. So now we're going to set this equation equal to our total revenue equation. So we get 60 times my quantity equals 30 times my quantity, but now we're going to be adding 4,500. So we solve in the exact same steps. 60 minus 30 is 30 times my quantity equals 4,500. We divide by the 30 to find, let's go ahead and get our calculator out, 4,500 divided by 30 gives me a quantity of 150 units. So if we're looking at the break-even point, we need to go back to our total revenue. So our total revenue is 60, and we're going to multiply it by 150. So we get out and we say 60 times 150 gives me a total revenue of 9,000. So the break-even point when this is adjusted is 150, 9,000. So if we're looking at this graphically, if we're looking at this as a graph, this would be what happens. The original equation is here. The break-even point is 106,000. However, when we adjust the total cost line, the slope doesn't change, but because everything else does, the new break-even point is 150, 9,000. So you need to see how fixed costs, variable costs, and unit costs all affect the graphs and the break-even point.